with CBA again in the morning. And then we move to hockey issues and playing conditions in the afternoon, which, as you know, was principally, actually exclusively today about supplementary discipline.
In what capacity did Brendan and Stefan participate?
Well, Brendan is a member of our negotiating committee. He's on our main negotiating committee, but he also participates in some of our subcommittees. And Brendan, particularly when we're talking supplementary discipline, Stefan and Rob Blake typically attend our meetings as well.
But I mean, did they present, or were they just like, what's the protocol?
No, I wouldn't say present. We weren't presenting as much. They had shared with us some of their ideas on supplementary discipline a couple weeks ago in Toronto, and I think we had a bunch of questions for them with respect to what they had presented and how it worked.
Did that mostly hinge on appeals processes?
No, actually, we didn't get too much into appeals today. I expect that when we next meet, we will get into appeals. But today was more on the actual supplementary discipline process itself.
Are there changes that you'd like to see made, or is it just changes that they'd like to see made?
I think it's more changes they'd like to see made. I think it's fair to say that, I think the objectives that they have in their changes are objectives that we share. We just believe that the supplementary discipline process works. It's a tough process, but it works fairly well. And I'm not sure some of the changes they propose would necessarily improve it. But again, I'm not prejudging that. That's something we have to talk through with them. And we come at that with an open mind.
Do you anticipate that to be, among the more divisive, non-core economic issues? You talked a lot about common ground and passable days, but is that one that you think there will be a significant divide?
Well, I wouldn't characterize it as divisive. I would suggest that based on what we've heard to this point in the negotiations, and now we've been at this a month and a half, it seems to be an important issue for the players. So it's an important area of discussion. I think it's an important issue for the league, just in terms of player safety on the ice and how we handle those matters. Very, very important. So we share the view that it's an important issue that needs to be addressed by both sides.
Do you have a feeling that negotiations are hard nosed in the very near future? The topics and stances hard.
You know what? I don't to this point, but again, we're missing a key part of the negotiation, which is where they sit on the important economic issues. So until we hear from them on important economic issues, it's tough for me to forecast what the future may hold.
Did you feel like things got tense today?
No, I wouldn't characterize them as tense. I really wouldn't. I think people had strongly held views, and we heard from the players in particular how important this issue is to them. But that didn't surprise anybody on our side of the table. So I thought it was a good, lively discussion. I didn't feel tense at any point.
The morning session, were you able to actually get things on paper that you agreed on yesterday and turn them into some CBA-style language?
No, we didn't exchange written materials this morning. The written materials we talked about yesterday was more in the player health and safety area. But I think we were able to move along on some of the issues that we had lined up yesterday. So I thought this morning's session was good. Good? Great.